when people started complaining about her and, you know, talking about her fighting her way up to the front row or whatnot, then security came over and started to drag her out. Well, when security was dragging her out, she looked back at the crowd and was screaming, "You're all going to fucking die tonight. Every single one of you are going to die tonight." It's still not good.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So, you know, oddly enough, here's another strange fact, okay, that I looked up. A month prior to this, Las Vegas Police Department did a live shooter drill, an active shooter drill, and it was a scenario with a man and a woman.
So is it conspiracy?
How do you go there? I feel like a dipshit even thinking that it could be a conspiracy. You know what I mean? Like, who would want, what government agency, who would actually put some shit like this on other than anti-gun activists?
Right.
But how do you, this guy had obviously been doing this for a while. He was sick in the head, you know, and his brothers tried acting like, I'm totally in shock. My brother, something needs to be done. If my brother can do, you know, fuck whatever.
Yeah.
Dude. You know your brother's fucking crazy. You see all those guns in his house.
Well, you could tell his brother looks crazy.
Yeah. So,
And it sounds crazy. Yeah. You know, he was just rambling on, and you know, no one ever saw this. No one ever did this, and you know, he might have had 2 guns. He might have had 2. Motherfucker, come on, man.
Yeah, you can't hide that.
Let's be real. But I mean, that's definitely a possibility. Because you know, from now on, I mean, years to come, there's going to be, you know, the conspiracy theories going out there, and we're going to hear about this shit on every anniversary, and we're going to see the videos on every anniversary, and it's going to get weirder and weirder every single time. Are to not believe.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the shit that's going on, and you know, a lot of this stuff could be planted. I mean, you hear about all the stuff with JFK, and you know, and I mean, you go down the line with every assassination or every shooting, the Sandy Hook thing, where they say they were all actors and it was all bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, who's to say that's not? Because we're so drowned in this world of CNN and Fox News and MSNBC, and you know, and that's not a plug for them at all, because they're all a bunch of freaking retards.
I can't watch them. I can't do it anymore. I mean, the only thing good that I see is the way some of these people are reacting. And, you know, if they would focus more on stuff like that and just the, you know, humanity being out there and being exposed and being open. Did you see the guy that was standing there with his beer, fucking looking up at the window, flipping it off? I was so, like, that guy is just my hero.
There was 2 of them in that same video. Like when they first were filming up there, and it's making my eyes water up just thinking about it. This lady was like, she's the only lady, and she's standing up and she's just pointing. And
there he is.
Yeah. And then they go to that guy, and he's got his fucking beer, and he's not even like panicking or anything. He's so fucked up.
That, yeah, dude, that's pure drunkenness right there.
And then, you know, flipping him off and talking shit, and
you know, when when you're 21 years old and you're just fucked up and you're standing in the middle of the road.
Oh no, cars
are coming and shit.
That dude was a late 30s, early 40s.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's the mentality he had. Yeah. You're just invincible. He's had enough beer. And I'm at a country concert.
This is America.
Fuck you, shoot me. You know, and we don't mean to laugh at this tragedy, people, but
absolutely not.
At some point you have to try to laugh when, you know, shit like this is going on in our world.
Well, and again, it's not funny. There's aspects of it that come out as a comedic way. Yeah. You've never, I don't know, in the history of video, I don't think you've ever seen that many rednecks running from a gun with a beer in their hand and swearing to God that they're not gonna spill their beer.
There was a lot of beer saved that day. Did you see the video of the guy that was filming himself as he ran back to his car or his house or something to get his gun, and then he started running back towards the hotel?
No shit.
The dude with the cowboy hat on. Just crazy, some bitches. Like
that's a good thing, man. That I mean, there was a lot of heroism that was going on. And even I don't know if it was Jason Aldean's band or if it was Big and Rich, their band members, but one of them said they all carry guns. They all have them, but they didn't want to pull them out because they were in fear that if they pulled them out,
Yeah, and you have to think like that.
The police were gonna, go after.
Well, that, and you don't know if I've got a gun and I'm not sure where the gunshots are coming from, and I see you with your gun out and people dead all around you, I'm going to shoot you. So
then it turns into an actual war zone,
right?
As much as that already was.
And thankfully, most gun owners that carry, are smart, and they know to wait for their time. There's an opportunity when you use it, and if it's not there and it's not clear who you need to be shooting, then you don't do anything. But there was a lot of heroism too. There was a lot of people that were running back into the line of fire to give CPR, drag people out of there. They were tearing down fencing and putting people on fences, using them as gurneys.
Yeah, they were 10-foot fences, man. Can you imagine trying to escape after that?
Yeah,
because most of the people they were going through the gate 1, which was because they're saying statistically that the gate that you usually come in
is the one
one that you go out. Right. So everybody was essentially running towards the gunfire,
right?
Which is scary. And then because it was so packed, the people that couldn't do that were trying to jump over a 10-foot fence.
At least they were running. I mean, when it first started and people actually started to realize that it was gunfire, there was so many people that were kneeling down and just laying there. And it's like, that's the worst thing you could possibly do. Yeah. In an active shooter situation or any shooting situation, you run, you move. It's so hard to hit a moving target. I don't know if you've ever tried to hit a moving target before, even with a rifle. It takes some skill, man.
Well, he didn't. But you're talking about automatic rifle or modified.
Yeah, he had a bump stock on it.
Yeah, from a distance that you could not really possibly look for one target.
Right.
I mean,
he's spraying.
Yeah,
but still, man, you don't just lay there. Play the lottery.
Hell no. But on the other side, there were kids in the crowd. There were, older individuals, and a lot of these people were just literally tackling these kids and tackling these older people and just laying over them.
Which, that's heroic as hell. I get it. But grab those motherfuckers and get gone. If in the future, anybody who's listening to us, if you're ever caught in those situations, don't stay. Go, get. And then there were long pauses, obviously, where he's got to reload.
But they don't know that. They hear it, but is it a 5-second pause? Is it a 15-second pause?
You got to get, man. You got to get. You got to move.
And then you're talking about a bunch of drunk people that are
True.
they're running, but they're zigzagging.
Right.
they're bumping the monkeys too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a hard one to say. And the other thing is you don't know what you're going to do if you're not in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when that shit starts coming down and you're seeing people getting shot in the head or something like that right next to you,
you and I, we're the dumbasses standing there with our fingers in the air.
Yeah, and we would be looking for it, and I guarantee you, having our fight background and stuff like that, and our kind of no bullshit way of thinking, we would have probably went towards the hotel.
I have no doubts. I would have tried to help many people, as many people as I could. As soon as my family, if my loved ones were there, if Jessica was there,
well, of course, the
kids are there, you got to get them to safety. But you're going to go out and try to help somebody for sure.
So, it's the same thing. I don't know about you, but I have these. Sometimes after these kind of things happen, I have these visions of if I'm in a movie theater or if I'm right there and some asshole. Because I go to Country Jam every year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We're talking 15,000 people. Watching the same kind of stuff they were watching.
Yeah.
There's no high rises or anything, but if a guy opens up and he's right next to me, you can damn well be sure that I'm going to, try to take him out.
You have to. Not everybody's built like that. You know what I mean? But you have to.
Yeah. You might get it. You might, get that shot. You might die. But that's where I'm at. I'd rather do that because, there's kids, there's just they're people.
Yeah,
and it's so fucked up. And this guy, I can't wait to find out, and because we're never gonna know what really happened. Mm-mm. And it's not because maybe they don't find out, it's because they're just never going to tell us.
Well, unless it's, and people were like, oh, I don't know. There's been everybody that said he was at an anti-Trump rally and all that stuff, but you look at the pictures and it's hard to decipher whether or not it was him or not. There's some differences and things, but, or that he was redneck or whatever, it was a country. Well, you can't say that because he was planning shit at other events too,
right?
Lollapalooza and all that stuff. So it wasn't about country music. It wasn't about, the far right or anything like that. The guy was deranged. Mm-hmm. And that's the issue that needs to be handled. It's not gun control is off the table, man. It's not going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
You're just never going to get, if you think that you were surprised by the amount of people that voted for Trump, wait till fucking you try to instill some gun control in this country, because the Second Amendment wasn't made for us just to hold guns and play with guns and hunt and do all that shit. It was for us to control tyranny from our government.
Right.
And if you try to take that away from us, we're going to rise up and fucking, it's over. I mean,
no,
there's no way it's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. And that's what I say. Gun control in general, I mean, it's such a broad topic because everybody's got their own version of the Second Amendment. It's pretty damn simple.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty cut and dry, man.
Yeah, you can't fuck that up.
No.
And you know what? Like, I truly believe, and I didn't own a gun until last year.
Yeah.
In my entire life, I've shot guns, but I never owned guns. And now I own 3, and I love it, dude. I mean, I got a burn underneath my eye. I took my son at the range the other day.
Did you get some brass?
Yeah, man. Oh, it hurt so bad. And it was the one time that I turned my hat backwards, and I was wearing these glasses, and it just flew right in that bitch. And I had the gun in my hand, and like it was burning like shit, but I was panicking because I was like, my gun. I didn't want it because you're not supposed to turn. You got to stay parallel to the target. Anyway, so I threw the gun down, and by that time, dude, my eye was already swelled up.
So what, the brass went in between your glasses and sat on your cheek?
Well, see, yeah, because my glasses sit on my cheek. So it just got stuck.
That's why you have safety goggles when you shoot.
Well, I know, but I mean, I usually just wear these because of my eyeglasses, and I can see better. But I mean, yeah, dude, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
and the concealed part and all that stuff. The next thing I'm getting is a holster to actually goes underneath the steering wheel.
Yep.
So
got one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I've got magnets that are pretty cool too. If you want to, I've got a couple extra if you want one.
Okay.
It's a little metal plate that you screw underneath your dash, and then there's a high power magnet that attaches to that, and then your gun literally you can set it either way. You can do it, kill shot, where you can do it, either however you want to mount it on there. But
yeah, no, and where I'm also at, it's like I agree with like that bump stock thing. It shouldn't be legal. I mean, because if you're not allowed to have an automatic weapon and you're converting a semi into an automatic weapon, it shouldn't be.
Here's the thing: you take away a bump stock, they're going to modify it somehow. I mean,
you're right.
There's not. That's the whole thing that people that fight for gun control don't. I don't know why they don't get it. Well, let's just outlaw murder, and then nobody will do it. Let's just outlaw. Oh wait, we already have that law. So I mean, no matter what you do, it's going to only affect the people that are the good guys. You know what I mean? Because the bad guys don't give a fuck. They're not going to give a shit what laws you implement. They're going to find a way around it.
Well, they'll definitely find a way to build bump stock. You know what I mean? No, I get it, but I mean it's limiting. I mean, you start taking away.
It makes it more difficult.
Yeah, it makes it harder. But like I said, whether you have a pistol or you have a shotgun or you have a semi, I mean, you're still killing people if you want to do that.
And honestly, he could have killed just as many people, for the amount of time there was 11 minutes of shooting going on. Uh-huh. And I'm sorry, but dude's a horrible fucking shot. 11 minutes with a fully automatic rifle. Thank God it was only, the limited amount of people that actually perished. But yeah, man, I mean, he could have done that with as many weapons as he had. I mean, he could have just sat there and pulled the trigger and just, took out just as many, if not more.
Yeah.
So
he had a freaking armory in there, man.
I know. It's insane. It was insane.
But you know what's funny is I keep thinking like every time you go in a hotel room, you always like want to hide your stuff, so that the maids or something like that, are not getting into your shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, you'll notice every now and again that your bag is kind of open the way it wasn't beforehand or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, like, these are some pretty good maids and some really courteous maids.
Well, you know, he could have just put the fucking, I don't need towels, I don't need shit, you know, put the...
No, they said the maids were in the room.
Seriously?
Yeah, room